Now let's proceed now to study the general management powers. What are the general management powers? Because as I said, we also have the specific statutory powers. But let's first of all understand the general management powers. The general management powers. Now the board has what we call the supreme executive authority to handle the day-to-day and the strategic operations, including setting strategy. The board has the power to set strategy. Setting strategy. That means defining the company's vision, defining the company's mission, and defining the company's long-term objectives. That's what we mean by setting strategy. That is the first general management power. Setting strategy. Then there is financial oversight. Financial oversight. That is another power. Financial oversight is carried out by approving budgets, managing capital expenditure, ensuring the integrity of the financial reporting, and so on. That's what we are referring to as financial oversight. 3, we have what we call risk management. Risk management, managing risk. That is to mean establishing systems to identify and also to mitigate the legal, the financial, and operational risks. That is the power, the role, the responsibility of the board. Risk management. General management power also include contracts. The board has what we call contractual power. Contractual power. That means entering into binding agreements, leases, and also partnerships on behalf of the company. Entering into arrangements like leases, like partnerships, that is not the work of the chief executive officer or the clerk of the company. No, it is the board that has the power to bind the company, to enter into lease agreements, partnerships, and that is done on behalf of the company. So these are general management powers.